Hi, this is Talie Warulkar, the Anxiety Life Coach. I am joined here today with Ori Kliper to talk about her anxiety journey as part of a series of interviews that I am conducting in order to take that shame lid off of anxiety. Today, I am going to be speaking to Ori about the anxiety surrounding her health. Hi, Ori. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So hi, I'm Ori,
Hi.
almost 30, married to Netta and a mother of a dog and two cats.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm a marketer. Um, I love art, as you can see behind me. It's all of my art supplies,
wow.
and yeah, that's it.
Okay, so do you want to start from the beginning? When did the anxiety surrounding health issues, when did it start in your life?
I think the first I remember when it started. So I was around 17, and we had an event at school. They were talking about the big earthquake that is about to happen. And then they were really scared, like they made us very scared about it. And then my anxiety started. So it used to be about if I'm going to die from something in general.
Yeah.
And then when I got, after the army, I got Crohn's disease from, like, I think it was from the army, I'm not sure, but I got out of the army because I got Crohn's disease. And then once I got more and more, stuff that I was feeling with my health, I started to get anxiety about if it's ever going to be better or if it's going to be worse. And I'm only 20 something, and I feel bad every day. So, it's like self-consuming all the time.
Can you share with us how did it affect your everyday life?
Yeah, so I had periods of times when my anxiety was 24/7. So I was still working and doing stuff, but I was just, breathing heavily all the time and like feeling anxious, and like my hands are, you know,
Sweaty.
tingling. Yeah. So I was trying to just continue with my life even though I have it, but as I said, when you have the anxiety, so you keep thinking it will get worse and it will never end. And it's like, all in my head.
The
So,
cycle, yeah, which makes
yeah,
it
so
worse. Did you find that made it
exactly.
worse for you?
Yeah, of course. So every time, I have anxiety for like 13 years now. So every time I try to find something else that will help. Now I know how to manage my anxiety a lot better, but I went to see all kinds of doctors, and I went to, acupuncture and and everything that I could try. And I even took pills for anxiety for a while, but natural pills. But then I stopped because I couldn't take it and take birth control pills as well. It like contradicts each other.
Can you share with us would you mind sharing with us what kind of natural pills you took?
I think it's called Remotive.
Okay.
It's from St. John flower,
Yeah.
but you can't take it and take birth control pills as well. But I stopped with the birth control as well because I felt maybe it's also not good for, all of my situation.
Hormones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I handle it better, but it used to be very hard for me. So, sometimes even to quit a job, or like not to appear at school or at my job or whatever.
Um, Can you, going back to the anxiety surrounding your health, okay? Can you share with us um, like one of the memories, just a memory, like of a specific time, something that you went through?
I feel every time I have, in Crohn's disease, so most days are fine, but then you can have like a few days or like even a month or a few months that you're very, very sick all the time. And then I don't remember a specific time, but I remember that every time I have this, decline of my health, so I just feel like it will never be better and I might die, and just like very scary for me.
Do you remember one incident, like a specific incident that you can share with us? A specific,
I have like a panic attack that happened while I was driving, so it was very severe. I use cannabis. It's like I get it from a doctor for like 10 years now, and then I took Rick Simpson, which is like very, very oily cannabis, which I wasn't aware of its effect, and also because of my Crohn's, it takes more time for me to affect. So I took it in the morning, and only in the night it started working. So I was driving. With my husband, my mom, and my sisters in my car, which is like everyone I care about except my dad, who wasn't there. And then, like while I was driving, I started to see the lights coming like more weird. It felt like very weird, and then I realized it's because of the Rick Simpson oil that I wasn't used to take. It's very strong. And then I had a panic attack while I was driving, and I told my family, I have a panic attack, I need to stop on the side. And then I stopped.
Were you driving on like a small road or like a main road?
No, it was like the road 2. The big road, the biggest road in
which road?
2.
2. Wow, yeah, that's a main road. Yeah,
it was near Olga section, which now is near my home, but then I used to live in Zichron. So it's like half an hour from home, and I don't know what to do, and I stopped on the side, and I was like, I couldn't breathe, and they all really helped me. And then it made like I was fine, everyone was fine, we didn't have any accident, and then like my husband was driving. But for me, I remember it because then it took me like 2 years to not be afraid of driving again.
So as a result of that health anxiety, it then triggered anxiety in driving.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, for anybody who's watching this, this is just an example of how, like, when somebody has anxiety in one area of their life, very often it can start snowballing to other areas of somebody's life, which is why it's really important that once you recognize that, like, what your triggers are, then and there, try and do something about it so it doesn't snowball. Because once it starts, it's much the bigger something is, the harder it is to deal with.
So for example, with the driving, so what I did, every time I went to drive, I dressed up really nice, and I made myself something to drink, like in this kind of cup, like a big cup of something, and I put my favorite music, and I just I made all of my surrounding to be very nice and peaceful and happy. And even like the music wasn't something peaceful, it was like metal or rock or whatever, but just music that I like. And then I did the same route over and over again. So for example, if I move to Hadera, so Hadera Zichron, because my parents live in Zichron, all the time, just to, not have anxiety anymore, because I do the same time over and over again. And I feel
that you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Going back to that incident, how old were you at that stage? Like, how long ago was it?
Like 6 years ago.
Okay. Can you share with our listeners, how does the anxiety surrounding your health, how does it affect your life now, today?
Today I'm much better. So I actually didn't have like a really anxiety in a few months now. No, I think I had one on the plane when I got back from London like 3 weeks ago, but turns out I had COVID. So I was just feeling really bad, and I was in a small aircraft with no, air. So it was more physical than emotional anxiety. So I just cried in the airplane, and my mom was from one side and my husband from the other side. So they made me feel better, and it was okay. But it didn't affect my day after. I mean, I had an anxiety for like an hour or 2, then I went to sleep, and I woke up and I was fine. So even when I do have it now, it's for short amount of time and not, the whole day.
And what are you doing to help yourself now? Because it sounds to me that like it's getting better. It's not as bad as it used to be. Am I correct with that?
Yeah, just because I handle with it all the time, I just, after a lot of years with anxiety, I know when it starts, I know what triggers it, so I know how to not be in the situation, but even if I am, so I know what to do with myself. So for example, even just to wash your face with cold water, or when I have a big sink, not like in the airplane when the sink is very small, but if I go to an office and there is a big sink, I just put my head and like put water. People think I took a shower in the sink, But I don't care because I need my anxiety to be fixed now. I don't care about other people. And also, I went to a reflexology. How do you say it in English?
You're talking about for the feet?
Yeah. So she
Reflexology,
taught me
same thing.
like a few pressure points that help with migraine, but it's also help with the anxiety because it just makes the blood flow a little bit slower. So it helps. And just
Can you
breathing.
share with us? Can you share that with us, a few things?
Yeah, so you have like the big finger, you just press with your nails
Yeah.
on this one, then the middle one, and then in between the big one and the one next to it
So we
with
got
the
the
nail.
thumb over here,
Yeah.
finger here,
No, the middle one.
little finger here, and then
Yeah, and then the middle of the yes. No, but not press like this. Press with your nail. Yes.
okay.
And then you can do it with the legs as well. So it's the feet or the hands, whatever you like, if you have access to your legs publicly, so you can do it as well. It just helps when you have a headache and also when you have like hard time breathing because it just lower the blood flow. So everything is like more chill. And also just breathing, the 7-8-4. I don't remember. I remember when I need it, but just to inhale 7 seconds, stop for 8 seconds, and then out 4 seconds.
I've heard different examples of this. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's just because you're focused on breathing and on counting.
Yeah.
It's breathing and counting. So you're just focusing on this and not on what's happening around you.
Just for anyone who's listening, this is a great exercise because what it does, it brings your mind to the present. Very often anxiety is living in the future, and it brings your mind to the present by focusing on what you're doing on the here and the now. Is there any other ways that you help yourself? You said you've reflexology, the counting, the breathing. What else do you do to help yourself?
I think for me specifically, because I use cannabis. So for cannabis, if you smoke too much, you can just take vitamin C. So either drink orange juice or just take like a vitamin C pill because it lower the effect of the cannabis. So if you have anxiety that, it can be health anxiety, but it resulted from the cannabis. So you just need to take vitamin C. And also just something sweet and something salty. So for example, like taco chips really helps me.
Yeah.
And then something sweet, even a fruit, like it's best to be something healthy because like the sugar will be better for you. Not in terms of health, just in terms of the anxiety, it's a better
You think
option. But
yeah, definitely.
but for the salty one, I didn't find something healthy that is helping me.
You can
So
have
this is why I picked
taco
taco chips.
chips. Chips, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that
British,
bad.
that's crisps, by the way. To whoever is British, yeah.
Yeah, crisp.
Yeah. Okay, do you have a message for anybody that's watching right now that has that anxiety, but still sort of feels the shame surrounding it?
Yeah. First of all, I just want to say it's not forever. I mean, I live with it for a long time and now I'm fine. So you have periods of time when you feel not so good, but it's not going to last forever. So, one of the things that you have anxiety, you think it will never go away. It does go away sometime. Just take a shower or something and it will be better. And also, everyone has anxiety. I mean, I have lots of friends and I meet a lot of people because I'm a marketer. So everyone has anxiety on some level.
Yes.
So you're not alone. I
That's
mean,
a
it's not,
purpose. It does serve a purpose. There is a reason for it. Yeah.
yeah. So you're not alone in it. Everyone has it. So you don't need to be ashamed of it. And it's even better to talk about it. But because, for example, if I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack, I just say it to my surrounding. Listen, I don't feel so well. I have anxiety. And then people are like more chill with me. And then sometimes the anxiety will stop just because I was saying it to others. And they know about my situation, so they won't be panicked if I start to cry or to breathe heavily. So, just by talking about it, it makes it better.
Just something that I've noticed throughout this interview is that you seem to have a very good, strong support system in your life.
Yeah.
Um, And I think another thing is that we're living in an era where people understand mental health a lot more. So the fact that you can come out and just say, okay, I've got anxiety and I'm about to have a panic attack, and people understand that and give you the space, it's really important.
Yeah.
So anyone who's listening to this and they know that somebody in their life has it, it's really important. This is how you can hold their hand. Don't touch them unless they tell you can touch them, but this is how you can theoretically like hold their hand along and help them along the way. Is there anything else you would like to share with us?
I just want to say about the people around you. I know a lot of people sometimes feel like they don't have the support system, they're alone, they're not married or whatever. So I just want to say there is a lot of online communities now that you can talk about it and you can find friends online. And sometimes it's enough. I mean, I know everyone wants to have like the someone next to them, but you don't have to be feeling alone, because there are so many people that will share your, you know, same feelings, same experiences, and it's just online, but
Where online? Is there a suggestion you can make?
it just depends on where you're coming from, but you know, just try on TikTok, on LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you are, just like try to search for this kind of groups. I feel there are groups in Hebrew, you know, not even specifically for anxiety, but just like רפואה לנשים, or just groups of people that can relate to this subject in general, or just like if I'm a Crohn patient, so I have a group for Crohn and colitis. So then again, if I have something, an anxiety surrounding my health, I can say it there, and then they will say, don't worry, it's not a big deal, we had it as well, you know, just to make each other feel reassured.
When you know that somebody else is going through what you're going through, that can really, really help with mental health.
Exactly.
Um, I just want to go back something that you said earlier about the CBD. Can you just share with us how that's helped you for anyone who's listening and is maybe considering taking it, or
So what do you mean? The
how has
CBD?
it helped you? Yeah,
I feel, first of all, it doesn't make you high,
yeah,
which is good for
yes.
people that are scared
People
of.
need to know that. It does, yeah.
I mean, CBD is something that you give children, so it's fine. And it's even legal now in Israel. And of course, most of the world, it's legal. So you can just go to the pharmacy or even a CBD shop and buy it. You can get it in oil or in drops or in tea. I just drank yesterday CBD
You can
tea.
actually get it as a cream as well. I've
Yeah.
used it as a cream, yeah.
And it gives you, I think it's like taking anxiety pills. It has the same effect, but it's healthier because it doesn't have any chemicals in it. It's just, you know, something made out of a plant,
Yeah.
and it just makes you feel more calm and more like in your own skin, if it makes sense. You just feel like you're not a stranger to yourself anymore in some way. And also CBD has been proven to be helping with diseases. Like for example, if you have corona and you take CBD, the corona will go away faster. If you have Crohn's disease like me, so it really lowered the CRP measurement. So it's really good for your health. So why not try it?
It
And
actually
you know,
helps with eczema as well. Just putting it out there.
yeah, I know,
It actually helps with eczema, funnily enough. Yeah.
if I have on my face like something, so I have a cream also, I can put it and it really helps, because I think what it does, I'm not a scientist, but I think I read that it makes your cells grow faster, like the new cells. You know how you have cells and so it makes your cells
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ori. Anything else you want to add or share with us?
No, like just thank you for
Thank you.
having me, and don't be embarrassed about it. Everyone has it. It's fine.
Yes, really important. Okay, if you have anxiety and you would like to be part of this project and you're willing to be interviewed in order to share with us your journey, then please be in touch with me. Details will be at the end of this video. Ori, thank you so much for joining us and thank you so much for sharing your journey with us.